Go ahead, Mr. Cram.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Guilbeault, thank you for joining us today. Minister, are you still the Executive Vice Chairperson of the China Council for International Cooperation on Environment and Development?
Yes, I am, as was one of your previous colleagues in the Conservative Party of Canada.
Yes, that leads into my next question, actually. So the other day, the National Post reported that your two-day trip to Beijing last August cost $140,000. And when Stephen Harper's Environment Minister Peter Kent traveled to Beijing in 2014 to meet with the same council, his trip cost only $9,900, and that includes staff. So, Minister, why were your travel costs 14 times that of Stephen Harper's Environment Minister to fly to the same city to meet with the same council?
I haven't seen those numbers, so it's hard for me to comment. What I will say is that things have changed since 2015. We now have a memorandum of understanding with the government of China to develop policies on coal, on carbon pricing, on joint work on nature, which are things we didn't have. The meeting just in the last 2 days. We were there for 4 days. So I'd be happy. I mean, those information are public, but I don't have the comparison to 2014. I don't have those numbers in front of me.
Okay. Minister, in 2022, China approved the construction of 82 new coal-burning power plants, and for the first half of 2023, they approved another 50. Minister, do you support China's construction of these new coal-burning power plants?
As you probably know, Canada and the United Kingdom started a movement in 2017 called the Powering Past Coal Alliance, which started with those two nations and about 20 others, small island states. This organization now spans more than 170 members, including the United States of America, including pension fund investors. And through the work of the Powering Past Coal Alliance, we've been able to cancel 75% of new coal of planned new coal construction in the world, but there's still lots of work to do to fight coal, and we believe that scientists tell us that one of the most important thing we can do to fight climate change in the short term is focus on coal and focus on methane. That's exactly what we're doing.
And so when you visited Beijing last August, did you criticize the Chinese government for their ramping up of coal production and burning coal?
We have a work plan with the Chinese government to work with them so that we can help them reduce their dependency on coal. That's what we're doing.
But did you criticize them, or did you encourage them to build more? I mean, 82 new coal-burning plants last year and 50 for the first half of this year is a lot of new coal being burned in China. Given your role on the CCI-CD, have you played any role in trying to reduce those numbers?
Yes, absolutely. We're one of the world's leading advocate for the reduction of coal-fired electricity. Purely and simply, with the United Kingdom, we're leading the charge globally. So absolutely, that's what we're doing.
Have you encouraged China to transition away from coal and towards natural gas?
We've started the conversation with the Chinese, the Ministry of the Environment, on a number of initiatives, including coal, but that work hasn't concluded. What I would say is that we have to be careful because we have to phase out fossil fuels, all fossil fuels, including natural gas, and now in most parts of the world, and that's certainly true in Canada, it's cheaper to produce electricity from renewables than it is from natural gas, and it's certainly true in your own province of Alberta, where the cost of producing energy through renewables is cheaper than through natural gas, which is why what's being built right now in Alberta is mostly renewables because it's cheaper than gas.
Okay, a couple of things. I'm from Saskatchewan, not from Alberta, but do you feel that Canada could play a useful role in exporting liquefied natural gas to China to displace the use of coal in that country?
There are a number of LNG projects that either have been approved or are on the process of being approved. As you know, the federal government doesn't develop resource-based project. This is a prerogative of provinces. So, but we have approved a certain number of LNG projects, and some are under impact assessment review right now.
10 seconds.
Okay, so if you look at the LNG facilities being built in the United States and Australia and the Middle East, they've been building dozens over the last few years. Canada has only one under construction. Why do we have so few LNG facilities here in Canada compared to other countries?
Very briefly, Minister, before we go on to Mr. Longfield.
You should talk to the provinces who are developing those projects.
Mr. Cram, we're done here. Mr. Cram, we're way over time. Mr. Longfield.